Hello everyone, welcome to the Kirby collection.
Too fucking hot for this.
England's on fire.
Everywhere's on fire. The world's on fire.
How about yours? That's the way I like it, because I never get bored.
Yeah. 2006 cult. They want their memes back.
So last time we recorded Kirby Adventure, we first started on the awful Nintendo Entertainment Center, then moved to this version. This time we're going to do Dreamland 3. I'm probably going to end up doing this entire collection, because honestly it's Kirby games. 64 we'll do last, because I want to get the actual, like, ending to that, and that's going to be a bit of work. There is like a different ending with Dreamland 3 as well, but I don't care as much. I don't even know if Superstar is something like that, but I don't really care. And Dreamland 1 and 2 do not. Alright, let's play the crayon game. So, let me start off with something that kind of annoyed me. I learned that Spider-Verse is the lowest grossing Spider-Man film.
Unsurprising. Well, you think, like, Spider-Verse only attracts, like, would only really attract, like, the few sort of diehards, plus the kids, plus parents, whereas MCU, whereas like the Spider-Man trilogy or Raimi trilogy, amazing stuff, and
well, that's because people have that weird fucking thing where they think animation means kids.
Yeah, basically. Well, it's
Sabo's dead.
It's a lot easier for like people to justify going to see a movie that's like a big budget Hollywood live action thing with people you might recognize than it is to say, hey, let's go and see this like animated movie about the young black kid.
Oh, this is hard for me to follow. Also, because I played earlier, I'm trying to figure out how to reset. There we go, I figured it out. Okay, because I was playing earlier to test, because I couldn't find the classic controller I had for the Wii. So I was like, I hope the Wii U one works. It does, thankfully.
Hooray.
But yeah, it's because of that stupid. That's actually why we're getting those fucking Disney remakes, because people have that weird thing with the fucking animation, even though it's like
really
stupid.
I thought it was because by virtue of Disney extending copyright basically indefinitely, they'd now run out of properties to milk.
Oh, there's that, but I think the reason why they keep doing it is because it's selling, because people keep... Because there are, like, a lot of, like, moviegoers who are like, oh, good, I can finally watch the mature version. It's like, what the fuck?
What mature version?
Exactly.
I mean, if we want to... I'm pretty sure if you just go online, you can find mature versions of Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin.
Oh, I don't think they're looking for porn parodies. When they say mature, what they...
You know, at least...
When they say mature, what they really mean is not animated. That's literally all they mean.
at least the porn parodies is doing something different.
It's true.
They have more artistic integrity.
The only one of those remakes that did anything different was the fucking Dalmatians one in the 90s.
Yeah, that wasn't under the banner of these new modern remakes.
Yeah. And they didn't, and also the modern remakes don't have Glenn Close.
Was it you who I pitched this idea to for the next sort of Disney remake?
I don't know.
Okay, picture Basil the Great Mouse Detective, right? But
I think you might have, but go ahead.
But instead of like mice and rats, they're people.
Oh yeah, no, we did this in the recording. I remember.
Okay.
Because I remember joking about, wait, isn't that just Sherlock Holmes?
Exactly.
Alright, what friend should I take? The cat or the hamster?
Well, you should always try and grab that pussy, I've heard. From your president, no less.
I mean... Yeah.
Whereas you grab a hamster, it's like... whatever.
I hate this.
Do you?
Yes.
I mean...
You grab a hamster and then you can squeeze it like a little squeaky toy.
Oh, I've seen a game that mildly interests me called Hardcore Mecha.
But you know what? With people like that with animation, I've come to the conclusion that they deserve garbage. Moviegoers deserve garbage. They deserve the Tom Holland movies. They deserve them. They're terrible. They deserve them. They like them. So they deserve nothing but garbage. I want all movies now to be bad. All live-action movies.
Well,
I want them all to be bad.
I hate to break it to you, Dan, but
This is my villain origin story.
Most movies are bad.
Exactly. But we need to get rid of the ones that are actually good. This is my villain origin story, just so you know.
What are you gonna call yourself?
I don't know.
I mean, so you need to be a powerful evil force that's just about ruining cinema. We could just call you Disney.
You could have went with Movie Bob, that also works.
I don't know, what's your stance on eugenics?
Ah, damn it, I'm not racist enough! I'm not enough of a Nazi! Shit!
Well, can't be Movie Bob then. It should
Shit!
just be insert, here's a joke for you audience, just... I know, Dan, you should name yourself insert name of popular YouTube movie critic here.
Ho ho ho! Man, you really showed it to insert popular name of movie critic here.
Yes.
They don't know what they're in for!
Oh, no. My cutting remarks have surely damaged them. It surely damaged them more than the inevitable sex scandal they're involved in will do.
That only will affect them if they're, depending on what their political leaning is ahead of time. That's really all. That's really all. If they have a certain political leaning, then they're more likely to get affected. If not, people forget about it quickly, and then you'll still have Logan Paul around.
Does he have a political leaning? I thought his political leaning was just. You ever seen all?
Oh no, he doesn't. That's why I'm saying he's still around.
You ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Shit, I did not want to do that.
Because there's a scene where they basically say, like, okay, we've written this prepared statement, and here it goes: money, 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 give me more money, 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 money. And it's like, that's just Logan Paul, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why, and yet, like I said, he doesn't have like a specific political leaning. Specifically more towards the left. So it doesn't matter. He can still be a fucking pile of trash who goes into fucking Dead Man Woods. It was Logan Paul, or was it Jake Paul? I get them mixed up because they're both assholes.
Logan Paul.
Okay, I was right. Okay, cool.
I mean, worse than that, Logan.
You understand how I can get them mixed up, right?
Worse than that.
What did he do again?
Oh, he went to the Japanese suicide forest and he fucked around, made videos, and like found a dead body and was all arsehole-ish to it.
I mean, there's the Japanese suicide forest.
Yeah, but it's like he specifically went there to do that. It's kind of disrespectful, don't you think, man?
And also, the thing too, he was recording himself doing it, so it's not even like a, oh god. So even if like you would say like his reaction in the video were him in shock, he still then chose to upload the video.
Yeah. So it's like,
This is horrible.
yeah,
I'll get some clicks.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, isn't that worse than anything? But yeah, it's also probably the worst thing he ever did. He rigged a boxing match. I can't believe someone would ever disrupt the fine integrity of boxing.
I know, right? God, if I can't believe in boxing, what can I believe in?
I don't know, maybe wrestling. Wrestling's pretty legit.
In my day, wrestling was real.
The sad thing is that wrestling is probably the best quote unquote sport institution for that, because at least they're honest about it being fake.
It's true. Took them a few decades, but they are.
Yeah.
Honora Decado.
Because they used to act like it was real. They used to be as what they call kayfabe all the time.
They still
And
kind
if
of
you,
do, except a couple times they've basically broken.
They do it in the wrestling rings themselves. They do it, but I'm talking about like outside of like when they're outside the ring.
We're probably told by advertising standards you can't do that. Yeah, you can't actually. It's false advertising.
Actually, it was because of a legal commission involving it being a sport or not. Basically, Vince admitted that it was a show to get out of being put into some kind of regulation. I can't remember what it was though, but I do remember the story about it.
There was
So they kept up the. I think it was like in the 80s or 90s where they finally admitted it because of this new regulation that was coming along.
I mean, it makes sense. Oh, Yeah. Other than that,
I think they also accused Vince of committing some kind of like money fraud or something, and he had to like basically come out and be like, no, that's just part of the storyline. We're not actually doing that because of something he did as his like evil businessman character.
so Vince McMahon.
Yeah, some kind of.
It's not,
I was gonna say the same
it's not a
thing.
character if it's true.
Well, I was gonna say there's kayfabe, but sometimes they change the.
Sometimes the lines get blurred.
Sometimes they'll change the schedule on a guy and not tell him.
That's been a thing more recently. That's been happening so much. It's made things just terrible to work there, and that's why like a lot of them have started leaving, or will just want out. Where it's like, hey, I'm fucking done with this shit. This is getting on my fucking nerves.
Yeah, and that's why they then go into an industry that has never had any issues like that. You know, Hollywood.
Actually, a lot of them are just going to other things now because like a lot of the indie scene is a lot bigger now, and AEW is a thing now.
Mm.
Oh god, everything's on fire. This is a terrifying power. This looks so weird. I know you can't see it, but oh god, this looks weird.
All right, do we ever get any more details about the Kyoto Animation fire, or?
I don't know of anything.
The guy who did it was like this crazy guy who insisted they ripped him off.
Oh, so it wasn't because of waifus.
No, it wasn't a crazy otaku who was like mad about his waifu. It was like a crazy, like, independent animator who claims they stole his idea, which they probably didn't, and he probably just saw something that vaguely looked like generic anime idea 102 in his head, and he's like, they stole it from me. I'm gonna burn the place to the ground, which is kind of a
Bit of a
kind of
dick.
overreaction there.
Honestly, Nichijou is like the only thing that I know from them that I like. Everything else that I know about them, I don't really like, and it's just kind of. But that's not really the point. So yeah, basically just some lunatic who got a dumb idea in his head.
Fair enough.
Okay,
I
so
just was
this is-
wondering because I know there were reports, like always, whenever the incidents like this happen, there were reports of it being a crazy otaku. And I was wondering if that had been substantiated or not.
That's absolutely fair.
Always nice to have the facts.
Yep. Okay, let's try this again.
Oof. But yeah, I saw a game on Steam called Hardcore Mecha that looks kind of like has like Super Robot Wars art style. But like
I'll have to look into
more of
that.
like a sort of side scroller.
Okay, I'll have
Looks
to look
pretty
that up.
interesting.
What's so
sounds
hardcore about it?
No, I've not played it much. I did like the tutorial was like, hang on a second, this first boss is Godzilla's Roar, and like there's a lot of like like the sunrise sound effects that you hear in a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
specifically like Brave series sound effects. Yeah, there's quite a few of those as well. It's made by a studio called Rocket Punch.
Yeah, they even has the Super Robot Wars like cut-in thing.
Yeah, oh, you're looking at it now.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So I saw it and I was like, hang on, this looks Super Robot Wars as fuck, but it's got pretty good reviews, so I'll give it a go.
I'll after I'm done recording, I'll have to take a look at that. Because that sounds interesting to me. As of recording this, at least when this goes up, Fire Emblem isn't out yet, so I have not played it. It did get some pretty good reviews, though, I've seen.
I mean...
Ultimate Alliance 3 looks pretty good. I did hear one person complain because they were like, "Oh, it's grindy," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
It's an RPG, it's supposed to be grindy.
I don't feel like a superhero.
I keep threatening myself to actually play Trails of Cold Steel, but then I'm like, oh, but I need to finish Bloodstained though.
you ever finish Trails in the Sky, or did you lose interest in that?
I didn't lose interest, but it's like the problem is it's on my PC, so it's like if I want to do that, I gotta find something to do on like Netflix or something, so I can have background noise. Because you know it's very hard to keep focused on JRPGs if they're not like on TV or something for me. So I need background noise for all the stuff where just nothing happens, and you're like, yep. Go find this monster, kick it in the face. Okay, I got its teeth. Okay, now I can go and trade them. Okay, now I can go and... Now I can... That's step 1 of 99 in order to get to the weapon I want. So like, life was simpler back when you didn't have like a million things you could be doing while grinding.
Yeah, but then how are you gonna talk to every NPC?
Well, that's the thing. Back then, you hadn't. Back in the olden days, you had before. Back in my day, we didn't have like smartphones, and the internet was shit. So you had to go and talk to every NPC and do everything.
You know, when I was a young boy, my father. I don't apologize.
Okay. Well, maybe you should, but not specifically for that. Just in general.
Just apologize for your existence.
Oof. I didn't ask to be born.
I mean, what if you did, though?
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Oh. So yeah. So awesome or hardcore mecha attracted me just by virtue of looking just like what Super Robot was.
Also, giant robots tend to get anyone in this call's attention.
I mean, maybe if they didn't make them so fucking cool looking.
I know.
It's like Tomino's greatest mistake was making his story about war.
Have cool looking robots.
Well, it's also just like it's kind of the forever problem that like especially like action series that are all about man, war sucks, but then they make war look really fucking cool. It's like war is bad, but look at this guy with his lightsaber like chopping a dude in half. And it's like, yeah, I can get behind that kind of war.
Yeah, but they don't want to do that though.
Yeah, but I want to. I
mean, like in most mecha series, the guys that are like, yeah, war is great. I love killing people are usually the bad guys.
Okay, Sabo, would you go to war if you could pilot giant robots?
Am I the main character?
I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows.
I mean, if I'm not the protagonist, that means I'm probably gonna just explode horribly. And
no, what if you're the comic relief?
He's going to.
That gives you invincibility.
Not always.
I mean, just don't get on it. Just don't get on the Desco. Problem solved.
You know, it's a shame that the series ended and they never made a movie. Oh. The fire has gotten to Train Man. He's gone now.
You reminded him of the movie.
He ran away. Alright, so I'll let you pick. Do I bring the fish with me, or the owl? Or weird bird? I think it's supposed to be an owl. Or a sparrow, I don't know. Big bird.
Does the fish have disadvantage on a not water level?
No. Maybe. I don't know, it's Kirby.
Then do the fish. I don't know, I never played the Kirby Game Boy games.
Oh, this isn't a Game Boy game, this is SNES.
Fucking tall.
This is just not Superstar, the one everyone obsesses over.
Oh, that's the only one I had.
It's also the only one most people have played. Most people have played that one, they didn't really play this one as much. Which is a shame, I like this one more.
Which one is the second one? Was it like a remake of all the Game Boy games?
What?
Well, wasn't Superstar a collection of the games?
It has a collection of things from 1, and 2, and then just other stuff they made because there was only 2 games. There was a couple Game Boy games, but they didn't have Dreamland 2 stuff because they didn't have the Animal Friends.
Yeah, I never played the one with the Animal Friends. I was denied that.
Dreamland and was it Dreamland 2 and 3 have the Friends, and I think the newest one has the Friends.
Sure, we could have played.
What?
We could have played Kirby's most recent game.
I don't own it.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I mean, yeah, but Sabo doesn't have it yet.
He is the main character of that game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could, but I don't have a Switch, and I won't be getting one anytime soon, so...
Why don't you just steal one?
Kind of like the Wii and the Wii U that I never had, and probably never will now, because it's gone. It's no longer relevant. Why don't I steal one? Where do you think I live, New York?
I mean,
Don't
close
just
enough.
all of trucks here.
Close enough. No, it's New Jersey. They fall off pickup trucks.
By the way, he's right. But, actually, the funny thing, you mentioned the Wii U, that's actually what I'm recording this on. Because, what was it? You weren't... Oh, fuck, I killed myself. You weren't here for me bitching, but, the Kirby collection pack on the Wii, from the Wii, runs so much better. Well, when we were doing Dreamland 1, or not Adventure, sorry. It runs better than the one that was on, the Nintendo. And it had this issue where, like, it didn't save my progress. So, when I went back, I just dug out the Wii U, put in my Wii game in, and that's what we're recording this on right now, too. So, this is to be honest, these last 2 weeks are, like, the most use my Wii U has had in probably a few years. Like, whenever the last time I played Smash Brothers is the last time my Wii U got use. No, wait, no. It got use, also when... Actually, the last time it got use was when I recorded, Metal Gear Twin Snakes. Twin Snakes I recorded on the Wii U. And I remember this because when I put this game in, I had to get Twin Snakes out of the system.
Twin Snakes.
Metal Gear.
Colonel.
We can just sit here and meme that to death.
I mean, yeah, we can. It's so memeable.
I always like how Metal Gear is basically just like a timeline of what Kojima was doing at the time.
Oh, it really is.
It's honestly. Like you get Metal Gear 1 and 2, and it's like, hey, look, Kojima was watching a whole bunch of 80s action movies like Commando and Predator. But okay, fair enough. And then you get to like Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. It's like, oh, he's been watching all these like political espionage dramas, right? And then you get to MGS3. It's like, oh, he went back and he rewatched some old Bond movies. And then MGS4, I think he just like dropped acid or something. And then I think what happened with MGS5 is he got Spotify, and he heard a whole bunch of 80s music and thought, yeah, you know what? I'll just make a game.
I can do this.
I can snap this in. And then he saw a picture of Yoko from Gurren Lagann and thought, you made this? I made this.
I can do that better.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
It is exactly the same fucking design outside of the head.
Oh yeah, I think years ago we talked about that, like when she first got shown off. Because I remember people were bitching about her design, and we're just like, why is everyone bitching about the of-age woman, but not like how 14-year-old in a bikini, who, by the way, wears more clothes when she's older. When she's of age, she has more clothes on.
I mean, more impressively, she wears more clothes during the beach episode.
Remember, what was it, the author's saving throw to it where they're like, oh, they were underground, so we don't really know the age, and I'm just like, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, why did you print that? Print 14 then? Because it never mentioned in series. Whatever.
Exactly.
Japan.
It's kind of like that thing with
Japan just kind of like assumes everyone is a teenager, even if they aren't. Like the guy from Die Turn 3.
Oh yeah.
He basically goes around. He's professional. He drinks. He looks like he's like 25 or something, and they're like, "How old is he?" "Oh, 18." Of course he is.
I mean, how the fuck is Jotaro only 17?
Exactly.
Or Joseph or Jonathan. Oh, any Joestar who's not, Josuke and Giorno.
Yeah. I don't get it either, Plank. It's okay. Oh shit, I need that.
Ugh.
Come here, I need to absorb your power.
Now I've got your power.
Now I'm the man now, dog.
That site's dead.
Yeah.
It did finally die this year.
I just went to look up some old memes and I was like, oh no, it's gone.
Wait, which site's this?
Yeah. You're the man now, dog.
Oh. I mean,
Yeah, it finally died this
I
year.
guess you can say it died a dog's death. Haha.
Hey, hey!
Now, real question, when does something awful die?
It's too awful, it won't.
I mean, it kind of sort of did. In a way.
Alright, when do we kill Red?
To be honest, I haven't heard about something awful in ages.
When do we
They
kill?
don't really do anything anymore.
So when do we kill Reddit then?
That's a good question.
Oh, that'll never happen. It's like killing Twitter.
It's like the new 4chan.
But somehow more toxic because it attracts the normies.
Oh god, Reddit is such a hellscape.
I mean, it's kind of what happens when you let people from all walks of life get together and share their opinions.
I enjoy how what was it? It was the Shenmue subreddit is hilarious because god did they drink the Kool-Aid really hard. Like even when the Epic Game Store stuff was happening, they're like, oh, you guys should just be happy that we're getting Shenmue.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather have a good game, but unfortunately we're getting Shenmue.
Well,
oh
I mean,
god, I can't
well,
wait.
actually-
I look forward to it.
well, that's not the
Okay.
point. We're not getting Shenmue because it's Epic Games Store exclusive. So,
I still love how Epic Games is going to front the bill for that, which honestly I think a lot of this is because they know the Fortnite money is going to be drying up soon. Or like it will, not soon, but eventually, because Fortnite is in like the battle arena kind of games are on the way out. Like people don't care about them as much as they used to, and they know like in order to get money. So I think that's one of the reasons why they started making the store, because they want to make money again without having to do a whole lot of work.
and to make money, you got to spend money, all your money, in fact. At least that's their plan.
So they're that's why they're so fucking aggressive about getting this to go through. They want this to work because they need it to work. Otherwise, they're going to have to go back to making video games like Unreal Tournament. Ugh.
Yeah, but like, here's a better question though: have they got a shopping cart installed yet?
Nope. In fact, they delayed it the exact same day that I think they acquired Shenmue. I think it was the exact same day. It was the exact same day as something stupid like that. Either way, it was really dumb and kind of funny.
I mean, I don't understand why a shopping cart is such a difficult concept for their programmers to grasp. It's like literally every other online store in the world.
I don't remember the last time I don't even remember ever seeing a store without one online.
Well,
Maybe like in the early days, because even like eBay has a shopping cart, and eBay is like the auction site. I mean, it also has buy now stuff, but you get what I mean. But like, it's funny how like they delayed it from that. Like, it has so many missing features. It has a ton of security issues. It would be hilarious if it wasn't fucking terrifying.
If it wasn't being pushed by a company that's got enough money to just keep it in the forefront. Because it's not like
Yeah.
Stadia, which is gonna fucking die. Oh my god, did you hear those fucking
Yeah.
Stadia comments?
No.
The thing when they asked,
But
so what happens when Stadia servers die? And the response was, hey, listen, we get it. Moving to the cloud is scary. That's not the answer to the question, though.
you know, that guy should look for a job in politics.
Should he?
With an answer like that, where he doesn't give you an answer, yes.
But like,
He'd make a really good politician.
I mean, now the apparent answer is just I'm not going to answer that.
but yeah, Stadia is.
That's all they said yesterday.
Who said?
Oh, they had the guy that did the investigation on Trump go up in front of Congress. But like every question they asked him, he just like refused to answer. So it was just like, so do you agree that I'm not going to answer that. It's in the report. I'm not going to answer that. I mean, I kind of applauded him in a way because like they were trying to like stir up some drama and he just wasn't biting. He's like, I said what I have to say in the report. I'm not going to say things so you can take them out of context on Fox News.
I mean, that whole thing was just political theater. It's not like there's not going to be like, it's not like there's going to be an impeachment. It's not like there's going to be anything out of it. Nothing's happening. It's just political theater. Let's be fucking real.
I mean, it's just because Trump himself is kind of a worthless president. Not even just in terms of his actual ability.
Well, no, it was made kind of clear. Like most people were expecting to be like some kind of movie or Matlock episode where he was just gonna suddenly stand up and be like, "Yes, Trump is the devil. This is why I will sacrifice my whole career."
Those people are fucking naive to think
Trump
that
is an evil man, and then.
Whether there is anything big,
was going to walk in and be like, "You're right, we must impeach the president," and then it was suddenly going to cut to like
like Pelosi's going to do shit.
Yeah, and then it was said like
she's literally like Pelosi has literally said like I ain't going to do shit.
And then it suddenly,
maybe not those exact words.
Somehow cuts to Trump in the White House like screaming at the sky and shaking his fists. He's like, and I would have gotten away with it.
I'm just hearing the fucking. The fucking, what was it? Fuck, whatever, fuck it, I don't care anymore. But yeah, no, these people are fucking naive, and it's almost adorable, almost.
Almost. But yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, though, Trump's the worthless president, not just because of the obvious thing, but like, well, nobody in Congress likes him or wants him to do anything. So then every time he suggests, "Hey, let's do something," and then they say no, and then he says, "Well, I'm going to do it anyway." "No, you're not." Oh, right. I don't have full executive power. Shit.
I'm not a god king. Damn it.
So it's like, what is he actually like? He keeps making a whole bunch of blustering statements, but like, can't actually legislate at the moment, which is, I guess, you know. He could say, "I'm going to do this," and then the Supreme Court's like, "No, no, no. Back in your pen.
Stop it! Shut your fucking mouth!
Basically.
Shut the fuck up, you... It's like I said, that whole thing with that report, that's just political theater, honestly. That's all it is.
Well,
it's a show. It's basically the equivalent of just watching like those fucking WWE promos where they're like, "I blah blah blah, I'm gonna take you down." You know that shit.
I think I've said before, but the greatest tragedy is that you think of like all these sort of big political dramas about these politicians who are like Machiavellian plots. They're all grandiose, well thought out. It's all political. It's all like intricate scheming. And the harsh reality is that they're all just morons.
Yeah, correct.
Like the comedy shows, like, well, I can think of Yes Minister, which basically portrays the government as ineffectual and stupid and mostly self-serving. And it's like, that is scarily close to truth.
I was gonna say that's accurate.
So yeah. That's the greatest. That's why like things like House of Cards before the Kevin Spacey stuff came out was unrealistic, not because of anything else other than politicians aren't this smart.
They really aren't.
Most of them can't even work out how to tie their own shoes.
Yeah, they're incompetent. They're extremely incompetent.
And it's not even like, oh, it's just one party. No, both as bad. It's like, okay,
yeah.
Imagine you're the Democrats in this, right? You've got Trump in charge. You know? And it's like, here is the easiest fucking opponent to beat because he's beating him because he will beat himself. And like Rob,
But they managed to beat themselves.
but instead of like I don't know, sending someone who doesn't. That's the beauty of it. You didn't need to send anyone with like grand ideas of charisma. You just had to send someone who knew how to shut their fucking mouth. And then it's like he'll crucify himself. But no, they send in Hillary. She can't shut up. She was involved in all of her shit. And also, she's just generally an unlikable person.
Well, yeah, what was it? That election in general were two of the most disliked politicians in history going up against each other. It was like you know the South Park thing with the turd sandwich and all that. Yeah. That was literally what happened.
Vote or die.
Vote or die, motherfucker! Vote or die!
Even if your vote doesn't actually matter.
And depending on what state you're in, it doesn't because they don't go by counts; they go by electoral college.
The system works.
There's nothing wrong with the Electoral College, it's fine.
It's fine. Democracy works, Dan.
Listen, the Electoral College is put in place so that way someone who's incompetent couldn't become the president. I couldn't even do that without laughing!
I mean, they failed that many a year ago.
Yeah.
Trump's not even the stupidest president. He's just the first one. He's just the one who believes his own hype.
Yeah. He's also just like so like you could argue which ones are dumber, but like the difference between him and Bush is Bush was an idiot who was maybe a little more self-aware, but he was also ridiculously stupid.
Well, also Bush had Cheney behind him, and Cheney knew what he was.
And also he was easier to control, where Trump is just madness incarnate.
It's like if you think Dick Cheney more or less knew what he was doing, he was a pretty good vice president, all things considered. And Bush is just kind of gonna go along with his advisors, whereas Trump is more inclined to just do what he wants and surround himself with people who will just say yes. Just imagine that scene.
Well, yeah, he's always surrounded himself in yes men. So I always find it funny when people are fucking surprised. I'm like, you fucking surprised? Have you paid attention to this man? I mean, clearly no, but
oh well.
Why are you fucking surprised?
Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe war will happen. Maybe we'll all die.
If John Bolton has his way, we will.
Hooray! I like the cut of his jib. But anyway, the video games and the movies. So you both have seen Far From the Downcoming,
You know,
right?
remember back in the day when I was like, oh, I don't want to talk too much about politics, and meanwhile, now it's like, we literally had like a 20-minute discussion just saying, politics sucks.
Yeah, but that's the thing, we can't be accused of leaning one way or the other.
It's true. I mean, you can tell, like, certain, like ideas that we're for and against, but in terms of parties, we think they're both idiots.
I'll take the hardline stance and say that I think genocide is bad.
Oh god, that's a controversial one, dude.
Yeah.
You sure you want to take that?
Yeah, so I'll take that. So if people want to divide where my political leaning from that statement, that could be my guest. That's just on them, I suppose.
God, I don't... That's really bold of you, man. I don't...
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know if you're gonna be able to survive that. Oh, God.
Yeah, well, I'll survive. I'll survive better than the Red Indians did after you gave them smallpox blankets.
Hey, that was Christopher Columbus.
I'm getting the Thanksgiving jokes in while we've still got time.
God damn it.
I mean,
we needed that land.
They weren't using it. I mean, they were.
Listen, it was our manifest destiny. Clearly, that makes everything okay.
Don't you know that possession is 9/10 of the law?
Yeah, and we possess it now.
Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
Correct.
Oh
god, I feel bad doing these jokes.
Do you though?
A little, yeah.
You're cis-het white male. You don't feel anything.
Hey, Tumblr's dead. You can't say things like that.
Tumblr didn't die. It was murdered.
It was murdered by the white man.
Actually, it was murdered by people cutting off the
by
porn.
Tumblr. I still love the, what was it, someone put that clip from Billy and Mandy. It's like, you fools! You've disrupted the natural order! For when, they got rid of the porn.
Oh, yes. I mean, without porn, what else is there? It's just opinions. And if I could...
And Tumblr
it's
opinions
like,
are,
if the choice is between seeing an arsehole or an opinion, I'd rather see an arsehole.
I mean, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
I think generally, like, the naked people fucking have more interesting things to say than most Tumblrites.
I agree. Also, I do find it funny how people are more offended by just, like, boobs and sex than, like, someone being horrifically mauled.
Yeah, well.
Like, I just... So, obviously, considering the shit I'll play, like, I don't, like, care about violent media. I'm not trying to make some weird stance. But, like, it's just kind of funny when you think about it. How backwards that is.
Yeah, well. That's life.
That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May.
And
But I won't let it get me down. Because this final world keeps spinning around.
I mean, it's nice to be talking to people who get my references. I spent like the last week talking to my friends, and one guy will say, they'll just suddenly say something, like, oh, it's a Casablanca reference, I've never seen that. Well, why'd you reference it then? So you literally quoted the fucking movie.
You know, I can feel you. Especially, I get
It's
you.
not even like saying obscure shit. Like, yeah, if I said Everybody's Dead Day, fair enough.
I've been saying that, like, what was it, a couple friends of mine that aren't from England know that specifically just because of me constantly referencing it. Because I fucking love that scene, and I've shown people that scene.
What? Captain Hollister? Yes, Dave. Everybody's dead, Dave.
Rimba. God, one of these. So there are two things I want to watch at some point. I want to watch that, and I really want to watch Billy and Mandy again because I've been seeing like clips, like with no context of Billy and Mandy, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot how legitimately funny this show is.
Was it funnier when it was Grim Adventures, or funnier when it was Grim and Evil?
The Grim sections were always the funnier sections, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I like Evil, but the Grim sections were the funnier ones.
Yeah, well, I always appreciate Evil because it had the one episode where Frank Welker said, hey guys, why don't we just improv everything? Because all he had to do was just make babbling noises. So in revenge, the cast kept on trying to come up with sound effects that he had to provide. But yeah, we need a chainsaw now, Frank.
I gotta watch that episode at some point. But yeah, no, I love Evil. It's just I prefer Grim. That's it. Hector Carney is great. It's a shame that it got like canned, like when it did.
Mm.
It's a shame that nobody really cared about it.
Hey, Billy and Mandy lasted for a while.
Billy and Mandy lasted a long time. It lasted up until like pretty much the end of that era where they just got shitty and we're just like, let's not have cartoons on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Let's try and get it in live action. It works for Nick and...
There was going to be a spin-off to it called Underfist that Cartoon Network decided to not do because they were trying to get rid of cartoons.
How'd that work out for them?
Terrible.
They eventually had to go back to cartoons because the last one that they tried was that one they also attached to an MMO game, which of course cost a lot of money. And that was like the final straw, and they're like, alright, I guess we gotta do cartoons again. Part of the problem was they were too aggressive with it. So like, a lot of networks that do that stupid thing where they try to change their focus onto not the thing that they were originally set out to do, they usually wait a little bit and like slowly integrate. Like the most thing that Cartoon Network did before to integrate was they had like some live action movies that had like animated bits to them. And I think they eventually started showing some that were just full live action. But there's just a difference between that and an entire show. But, oh well, we can just sit back and laugh, I guess. But, Anyway, yeah, Billy and Mandy is like legitimately really funny, and I really want to watch it again because I've been laughing at the clips. It's funnier than I remember it.
Probably appreciate the jokes more now.
I was a teenager when it came out, but there are jokes I would probably appreciate more now. It's still possible.
I mean,
well, and I think I was like middle school age. Wow, I gotta see when it came out because I know it was still going. I think like when college first started, I think it ended. Like I think it might end like around 08.
yeah, it ran from 2000 to 2008.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it ended around time that I was getting ready for college. So 2000, 2008 is that what you said? Damn, that was a pretty long run. So yeah, it started when I was so it started at when I was 11. So god, that lasted a long time, jeez. But it also still has like one of my favorite Christmas specials, the one with all the vampires. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that in recording before, but I still love it.
But yeah. Oh. Apart from that, I don't think there was any other major news this week.
Yeah, they're just like there was like some stuff from Comic-Con.
Oh right. Oh fuck! I'm guessing you've seen all the Marvel movies confirmed, or TV shows.
Yeah, there's only a few. There's only like 3 I'm interested in, to be honest.
It's like here's Loki, here's Falcon, Cap.
Oh yeah, it's Loki, but with all of the character development stripped away.
I mean,
Black
that's
Widow.
liked, isn't it?
That's why what?
I said that's what people like with Loki. They just like when he's just like this treacherous jackass.
To be fair, it's now more accurate to the comics that way.
Oh.
You know, if people like this character development, just take it away.
So wait a second though, because the whole thing with Endgame was like, oh, we need to put the stones back where we found them. So doesn't that mean that's the entire timeline that's completely fucked up? By you know what? Fuck it, I don't care. I don't actually care. I'm gonna stop this train of thought before I even get it started.
Don't worry, you don't need to care because they don't care. They just like they don't care about Spider-Man. Ho-ho! Until they get the full movie rights.
Spider-Man didn't die; he was murdered.
Actually, if that doesn't make $1 billion, then Sony gets the rights again.
No, yeah, well, they've more or less got it back now anyway, because it's not going to make $1 billion.
I feel like they don't really care. Like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because so that's the thing. Like they would make a better film if they had full movie rights, because that's how Disney be.
Would they though?
Yeah.
I don't think they would make a better.
Because think about how much of a second-class citizen he is, and how they don't really like market his movies.
I mean,
think about how his movie was marketed versus fucking Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was on fucking like I bought like a bunch of bananas and they had like fucking Captain Marvel stickers on it.
I mean, one could argue that Captain Marvel does actually need more promoting than Spider-Man.
But also like there was like a fuckload of Captain Marvel merch that came out, and like there was like nothing for the new Spider-Man movie.
How much that Captain Marvel merch sold? Out of curiosity.
Let's see here. I don't know all the numbers, but just going by the store, the action figures sold fine. But like there was a series of dolls that they made that did not, because they are still there. They are still there and they have not moved. I'm just wondering when they're gonna end up in the clearance section. I'm surprised they haven't already, to be honest.
Good old shelf warmers. That's a good idea, me.
They're not even shelf warmers. They take up like an entire thing. It's actually kind of sad.
Let's go have a look at the TF Wiki definition of shelf warmer.
Oh no, he's going to TF Wiki.
I'm always going back to TF Wiki. Every time.
Don't go to the Carbomia page again.
Why the fuck?
Oh my.
Now I want to.
Oh no, you've encouraged him.
Ha ha ha.
10,000 population, 4,000 people, 10,000 camels.
That's why I'll never get a job writing for Hasbro, because I'll be like, remember Carbomia? They're like, no. You're hoping nobody ever would. You're gone. Goodbye.
Nah.
I'm sorry. You remember what? As you hear like you hear from behind you, like the cocking of like the pulling back of like a gun hammer, like it's like, I'm sorry, you remember what?
It's like Disney and Song of the South.
What? Not Black Cauldron?
Yeah, no, trust me, Song of the South is the one that they do not like talking about.
Yeah, like
I know in Europe there's a release of Song of the South on DVD, I think, but there is not one in the United States.
They're like, no, absolutely not. Are we drawing attention to that movie? I mean, Black Cauldron, they'll at least be like, yeah, it wasn't our best work, but whatever.
Now they've taken some of the Brer Rabbit bits from that movie and taken them out of taken them separately, but like the full movie, oh yeah, and unless you want to import a DVD or find it online, you are not seeing that movie again. But it's crazy.
It's just because like for some bizarre reason I've been trying to convince people like that they should definitely watch G1 because it's so fucking funny.
God, it is so
well,
dumb.
I tried to sell them on the episode where like Blitzwing and Astro Train decide that they don't need the Decepticons and they're going to go and make their own factions. And how it works out is that Astro Train puts AI cores inside actual trains, but they're not actually that smart, so they just sort of crash into each other all the time. Meanwhile, Blitzwing kidnaps an NFL coach to use as his tactical advisor, and his suggestion is, well, you need zone defense. So Blitzwing interprets this as get the Constructicons to build a labyrinth highway that the Autobots will drive onto and then get stuck in.
Oh my god, this is art. This is just art.
It's so fucking dumb. And it's like the first thing where they're like, man, here's Blitzwing. God. Or there's the one episode where like they meet the Sub-Atlanticans. And like there's just this great moment where like Grimlock fights Megatron. Megatron's like, I'm not scared of you, Autobot. Grimlock's like, me and Grimlock love fight stupid enemy. Man. Or the one episode where Powerglide gets a girlfriend. It's just G1,
I mean, there's a whole show about that. It's called Transformers.
G1.
No, but the difference is the Powerglide.
No, you're not saying it right. G1.
No. Like G1 should always be appreciated just being laughably insane. Like, remember that episode where Grapple and Hoist come up with this power tower and show it to Prime, and Prime's like, that's a good idea, but the Decepticons will just try and steal it. Don't do it. So then what do those fuckfaces do? They go and find the Constructicons and build it with them. Just lo and behold.
And then they try and steal it.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Well, hey, what about when they built the Dinobots with simple brains? Because dinosaurs had simple brains. Fucking...
It's okay. Optimus Prime has a simple brain. You can fit it on a floppy disk.
I'm glad Wheeljack died, honestly. He was the worst scientist.
I mean, he didn't actually give them simple brains in the show because of that reason.
No, they're just stupid for no reason.
No, they're stupid because he built them on Earth and didn't use the actual proper procedure of bringing them to Sigma.
Oh, don't fucking bring Vector Sigma into this, because they would just get into arguments about which origin of the Constructicons is legit.
We'll be here all day.
Oh, my favourite episode though is going to be when the Decepticons dress up in Autobot costumes and pretend to fake raid a place so that the news can record the Decepticons defending off the evil Autobots. With Starscream dressed as Prime and also taking part in the attack to defeat the evil Autobots, obviously. I will save you, humans!
Yes! I Star scream!
Logically, this results in the mayor of a city just exiling the Autobots to space. Because I mean,
In his own private spaceship that he has.
which, you know, at the end of the day, makes far more sense than the movie version of that exact same plot. Fuck me, it's so good. I mean, it's bad, but it's great.
Wasn't there an episode where they fought against disembodied hands because they weren't fully animated
Yes,
or something?
yes. No, there's an episode where in season 3 where like the main cast get turned to humans, and I only mention this because there's a part and they get attacked by turret fire, and Transformers used to love using Star Wars sound effects. And you remember the scene in Empire Strikes Back where C-3PO gets shot?
Yes. And isn't it the one we did? Wow!
No, it's where he goes, no! And so, because they use that sound effect, that sound clip for the turret fire, every single time a turret fired in that episode, it was just C-3PO shouting, no! No! No!
I need to see a clip of this.
That's the problem, is that G1 shitposting's not a thing, so it's really hard to find the fucking clips I want.
I mean, maybe if we're lucky, because we've been getting all these like X out of context Twitters. Maybe we'll get one of those for G1.
Even in context, G1 makes no fucking sense.
I really love the Scooby Doo out of context one. That one's a pretty fun one. And it's just all of Scooby Doo, so you don't know which version of Scooby Doo you're gonna get, which makes it better.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the worst thing to happen to the
thing.
Transformers cartoons happened. They tried to make them good.
G1!
Sadly, they succeeded. For the most part.
Every time someone says they succeeded, I just like in my head imagine the mouth flaps to that scientist goes, and we succeeded in Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Oh, yes. We wanted to create the most powerful Pokemon. And we succeeded. Until Gen 2. Or Gen 3. Or Gen 4.
Gen 4, Gen 5.
Probably, actually, I think Gen 5 is one where they hit the highest, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because they made literal. They made a literal god in Gen 4. Actually,
Gen
I think
4.
it was.
And then, yeah. And then,
Because they made Arceus
and then
there.
everything after that, it's like, oh, here's life and death, here's the sun and moon, here's the sword and the shield.
What was it? The actually, it reminds me because someone was like doing things like for their Digimon event thing, and they're just like, "What's your least favorite?" And on the little thing like, "What's your least favorite Digimon?"
O2.
And I just decided to be a smartass, and I just said, "No, your least favorite Digimon, like as the actual Digimon." I just looked at that, and I was just like, "Oh, I know. Was it Pokemon Gen 4?"
Yeah. I mean, also, my least favorite Digimon's O2. I genuinely dislike it more than any of the others.
Season 2.
It was like, hey, let's replace all the cast of characters with these fuckwits.
Yes, 02.
4 is probably mine.
I mean, at least 4 has Steve Blum in it. And so does Tamers, actually, to be fair.
4 is alright until,
Until they get to the end, where it's...
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, so we've only got these 2 villains, okay, but like, so you have to spend like 10 episodes of these same 2 villains beating the same 2 people again and again and again until you get to the final villain, who's basically Izzy.
Oh yeah, remember too in season 3 they had that little girl that's literally just wow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wasn't? Yeah, she literally was just wow the character before that was a meme. Wow, because I recently saw a clip of that and I was like, oh god, what? Why?
Thankfully, she wasn't a main character. She just popped in on occasion.
Only so many of us can be either.
Surely the biggest...
The 3 main girls are the girl who becomes a monster because Leomon died.
The biggest fucking sin against Tamers is it gave us Renamon. The fox.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like, that's not even
Oh.
her fault, it's just literally a sheer amount of shit that's been spawned off of her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget too, what was it? We got, what was it? Oh yeah, don't forget there's, if we're going to talk about, like, annoying Digimon, don't forget about Shoutmon.
Double sub.
Double sub?
Dub or sub.
Dub or sub.
Oh,
He's
dub.
fine in the sub. I never
Okay.
watched the dub.
Fair. Alright, we're at the hour mark, and we kind of just winded down on that conversation anyway. So, that'll do it for today for Koibi.
Tune in next
See you guys
time.
next time. For more Koibi. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button again.
Fucking hell.
I'll do it right one of these days! Wait, one of these is... Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong thing.
Don't press the start button. Are you listening?
The start button!
Don't press the start button.
The start
Ooh,
button.
what does this button do?
I said don't press the start button! I'm leaving all this in. Have a good day.